Going on, Canes fans, and a couple of UNC fans that are probably lurking in the shadows, scared to show their face and rep their squad in the live chat. How the heck are you guys doing tonight? I am flipping, feeling good. We're having fun. It's the night before a Miami Hurricanes football game on a Saturday afternoon. Miami Nice 2.0, blacked out. Oh, I'm hyped. I'm pumped. You guys better be excited. You better be pumped if we're going to do this show tonight. Where the Tar Heels fans, though, for real? Where they at? Where they be at? Mama Coop in the building. We got Adrian. We got Michael. We got Greg. We got Crip. We got my good friend, John Bird, already taking over the throne with the $5 dono. Thank you, John. And Michael Bird also as well with the $5 says, you rule, Coach Coop. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for hanging out, man. Because if you guys, if my college football family didn't show up to the streams and the videos, it'd just be me ranting and talking to myself. And how fun is that? Like, come on. Like, how fun is that really? Let me get you up there, Michael, with John real quick before we get things kicked off. But for real, let me know how you guys are feeling. We've got a lot to talk about. Some good things, some not so good things. I'm sure that many of you have already heard the news, but we're going to get into it here in just a moment. But let me know how you guys are feeling tonight. There we go. See if I can get this fixed. While we get the technical things in order here. There we go. Whew. All right. One thing that I want to do before we get this stream kicked off. This might happen multiple times tonight. Just a heads up. But like I said, we're on something else tonight. We're just going to have some fun. Okay? I just want to show you guys something. But before we get it, to set the mood. Okay? Is that fine? Can we set the mood here for this stream tonight? Because this is what it's going to be about. Here we go. Here we go. Now, let me get my composure here. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. No. Listen, Lucas. I know, and this is what people are going to say. They're going to say, Coop, don't get cocky. Don't. But let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you why I'm throwing this out there and why I'm getting a little cocky over it. I'm not saying that I don't respect North Carolina. The reason I have to throw this in their face is because you want to know what their number one argument is to me? Do you want to know what they argued with me in the comment section on my preview video, what they've been DMing me? They're going to say, yeah, Coop, we lost to Florida State, but you barely beat NC State. Like, okay, so is that going over my head, or is it actually just not funny and not a very good argument? Because they're arguing that, well, we lost, but you barely won. Huh? What do you? I'm not. What I'm saying is I'm not following. How is that? You're reaching. How is that a valid argument against me making fun of you losing to FSU, and then they come at me and say, but you barely beat NC State, but we won. You lost. What are we comparing here? I don't get it. I need some UNC fans to pop in here and help me out. Fill me in. Adrian, what's good, man? Lucas, how are you? I saw Hurricane Logan. I saw David. I saw Greg. It's good to see you guys. The point is we win. Yeah, it makes no sense. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I thought, like I said, maybe it was some kind of joke that was going over my head, but I guess not. So let's get into it, guys. Let's start talking football. We are going to take phone calls tonight so we can discuss this game. You can give your opinion, your score prediction. But I do have to make it known. Let me put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. You guys saw the news about next week, right? This isn't breaking news or anything like that. But, Miami's game against Georgia Tech, scheduled for next Saturday, December 19th, has been canceled. So the Miami versus North Carolina game is our last regular season game. And that's why I'm always pushing guys to enjoy the heck out of these games, because we never knew when it was going to be our last game. Now, we're hoping, of course, that we still maybe get into the Orange Bowl or just a bowl game in general, but we don't even, at the moment, even know if those are going to happen. What we do know is that we're playing North Carolina tomorrow, and we better enjoy the heck out of it. I'm going to be hyped, going crazy, and it's just going to be an awesome environment that we're going to be hanging out in tomorrow, because it could very well be the last game. We don't know. So yes, the Georgia Tech game has been canned, and I don't honestly think we're looking for a replacement, or that we're going to try to find a replacement team. I mean, next week is the ACC Championship game, Clemson and sorry, I threw up in my mouth a little bit. Notre Dame, and I think maybe they it just really wasn't worth the trouble with all the sickness and all the stuff going on, that they just say we're just going to can it. And I don't think that they're going to look for another team. What's up, Miami boy and Bergie? It's good to see you guys. Yep. That's what I thought, Bergie. I thought there was a chance this one might get canceled. I thought so. I'm on the same boat, man. Luckily, it looks like, though, we should be fine. What's going on, Mr. Toad? And John Bird coming through with the 10. I appreciate you, bro. I'll get you up there.
This is what it takes.
We're waiting for a few more people to roll in before we get to the juicy stuff.
Canes for life, just win.
Just win. I like it, John. Exactly. Before we get into it, we're almost at 100. We're almost at 100 people. We can do it. How great would it be if we did what the Pac-12 does and just schedule a game against Notre Dame or someone else? Yeah, I mean, that's what people keep commenting on it, saying, well, who are we playing then? Well, what are we going to change? But I think that's just it. This season is going to be 10 games. For us, anyways. And then that's going to be it. And then we'll hope that the bowl games actually happen. So I think that's what it's going to be. We need a Mama Coop siren crank. We can't jinx it, man. It's got to be only after the Canes score a touchdown. We could play FSU. That one got me, JP. All right. That one got me. So let's get into the talk a little bit. Let's go ahead and dive in. We know our Canes are 8-1 on the season, currently ranks number 10. North Carolina is 7-3 with losses to FSU, UVA, and Notre Dame, and they are currently sitting at number 17 in the country. We're playing them tomorrow afternoon. We didn't get that primetime 8 p.m. ABC slot, but it is going to be 3:30 ABC. I will have links for it, as always, if you guys need help. I know John said that you don't have ABC anymore. I got you, bro. Don't you worry. The link man can hook you up, all right? So I will have links for it. Let's go ahead and hop over and get this thing started. Start talking some stats and some stuff about the game. Let's go ahead and get the weather report for tomorrow's game. Coop, the weatherman. Let's see, Saturday, December 12th, 3:30 p.m. kickoff, 78 degrees, cloudy, 10% chance of rain. Beautimous college football weather. Sun is supposed to set, I think, around 5:30-ish, somewhere around in that time frame. So we know that the Miami Knights are making an appearance. And speaking of the Miami Knights, you guys have already seen it. We are rocking the Miami Knights 2.0 tomorrow. I've asked you guys this before, but are you a fan of the Miami Knights 2.0? Yes or no? Let's get a poll going in the chat. Let me show you though the helmets, because they reworked the helmets. This is what they originally were. Just kind of your standard stuff, right? Black face mask, black helmet. They have actually changed them, if you missed this, and added orange to the face mask. And I dig this. Look at the Miami font on the back of the helmet right here. That's some fire. I love that. And look at the stripes on the helmet. So instead of it being solid, it matches the design on the shoulders of the jersey. That's sick. Bro, that is sick. I like it. We've had this discussion already, and I know that the jerseys, the uniforms, do not help you win the game. Trust me. I know. However, the players are very hyped to be repping this stuff, to rocking this tomorrow. And if the players like it, I like it. Because if they're excited, they're a little extra pumped, they're fitted out, they're fresh, I'm all for it, man. And I like the helmet. I'm not going to lie, though. I'm not a huge fan of the face mask. I thought I would be. I'm a huge fan of the stripes. Huge fan of the font on the back. But I don't know that I care for this face mask, though.
This is what it take.
We even got Greg,
Where to you?
the Florida fan
On the
says
side
they're
of your
fire.
helmet.
Coop, them Canes are alive and ready to put a whooping on some Tar Heels.
Let's go, Joshua. Appreciate you, man. Maybe we can get you in tonight if you want to give a score prediction. That'd be awesome, Joshua. Appreciate the top dono on the night. You guys are insane. And insane around here is a compliment, trust me. I'm old school, but yes, a fan of the uniforms. Yeah, and I made a post on YouTube the other day. I'm sure many of you saw it, where I said I just don't understand when people hate on like the Miami Knights and other uniforms, because I think what happens, tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong, for those of you who didn't see the post that I made. I think for a lot of Miami fans, they don't like messing with the uniforms because the old school uniforms, they associate winning with those. So and it's fine, I get it. But it's like people are afraid to mess with uniforms or change them because they associate winning with those past uniforms back in the day. Now, that's when we were with Nike, of course. But that's what Canes fans, for the most part, really want to see. They associate winning with those. So, let's also then take old head that's waiting for this Adidas contract to run out. I don't think we ever go back with Nike. Honestly, I don't think so. Black Magic 100, what's good, man? Coconut Cane. I don't think we ever go back to Nike. We can also take a look and see what UNC is rocking. Let's just take a look. Let's scope it out a little bit. Let's peep the competition. So they're doing white helmet, white tops, white cleats, and blue pants. It would have actually been pretty cool if they would have done a whiteout, and then we did the blackout. Like, how dope would that have been? That would have been pretty flipping cool, I think. That would have looked awesome on the field for sure. So people are complaining about us rocking the Knights for an afternoon game. But I'm going to tell you something. Ain't no way Adidas was going to let us play the entire season and the Miami Knights 2.0 not make an appearance. There's no way. They don't want to carry it over to next year. They want it to be 2020. You like their helmet stripe too? Okay, here's the thing. Do you think... set your Canes pride aside for just a second, okay? Do you think that the North Carolina uniforms are clean or no? What do you think? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like the shade of blue that North Carolina rocks. This light blue, I don't know what the color is, what it actually is. Not the pants, but for their logo. I kind of like it. And that doesn't make me not a Canes fan because I think another uniform looks cool. Now, come on now. But I think they look pretty dope. It's not as cool as our Miami Knights 2.0 setup, but I do like it. NC has nice unis. The powder, is it powder blue? Is that what it is, Bergie? I like powder blue. It's nice. I like it a lot. Now, I did want to check, though, North Carolina football Twitter released a hype video today for this game. So I figured let's watch it and react to it together. Why not? I don't know what it's going to be, so let's see.
Think about where we are. You want to be playing for something at the end of the year.
Oh boy, right there he is. Hold up. Right there. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Who knows who that is? All right, let me not interrupt it. Let's watch it. It's just like 30 seconds.
Got to compete with confidence for 60 minutes. We're good enough if we're good enough for 60 minutes. Not many people get to have a last game that matters.
Woo! Woo! Oh, baby. I got goosebumps, y'all. Actually, that was not too bad, and I'm going to tell you why.
Think about where we are.
I'm going to tell you why. When he said not many teams get to play a last game that matters. Woo! All right. I can dig it. I like it. Let's take a quick look at the stats, too, and then we'll discuss it a little bit. Watch the Miami trailer. Did they do one, too? Did I just miss it? Why are we watching this trash? I like to peep out the competition a little bit. I like to see what they're talking about, what they're saying about the squad. You know what I mean? So, again, huge underdog for North Carolina in this matchup. Miami 67.9%, North Carolina 32.1%. You guys have probably already watched the my preview video, so we don't have to go deep into it. But basically, I just want to say a couple things about the game, and then we'll get into my keys to a victory and the phone calls. So, obviously, as much as I'm going to sit here and talk trash about North Carolina, Sam Howell is a great QB. Honestly, just look at his stats. They speak for themselves. Their running back duo is an explosive 1-2 punch. Those guys are really, really good running backs. And when they run the ball at a high level, I don't know why I'm fumbling so much with my words tonight. When North Carolina can run the ball successfully and at a high level, they tend to win. That man lost. We'll get there, Josh. We'll get there. The crazy thing is when you look statistically at North Carolina, when we're talking about how fast they start fast in games. In the first quarter, they're outscoring opponents 132-54 in the first quarter. They know how to put up points. They do it quick, especially in the first quarter. But what's interesting here, and I'm going to have to, look, I've got notes. I'm going to have to refer to my notes here real quick. I want to give you a stat that's very interesting. We just talked about how they start fast. They're outscoring opponents 132-54 in the first quarter of football games, which is huge. Their 3 losses so far this season. Do you want to know what the scores were in the first quarter of each of those games? FSU was winning 7-0 in the first quarter. Held them to a goose egg in that first quarter. UVA was winning 13-10. Notre Dame was tied up 14-14. So it really shows. I'm just trying to push here and emphasize how important it is for us to match them score for score and or take the lead in the first quarter, because they're outscoring their opponents heavily in the first quarter. They get off to a quick start. We can't lag behind and let them put up 14 or 21 points on us in the first quarter without us responding, or at the very least even just shutting that down, period, right? They start fast. We've got to be able to match it. So let me just give you our quick game plan to beat North Carolina tomorrow afternoon. These are some extras that I probably didn't mention in the preview video. First off, like I said, we have to start fast, match UNC score for score in this game. It could potentially be a shootout. If everything goes as planned, both of these high-powered offenses, this could be both teams in the 30s or 40s for this matchup. UNC averages around 220 rushing yards per game. When they don't run the ball very well, they tend to lose. So we have to shut down their running backs, Williams and Carter. That's going to be a tough job for us to do, just honestly. But Phillips and Roche have been playing well. Nasty Nesta's been playing well. So we're going to see. We're going to find out. Stop the run. Exactly, Kane Swag. We have to, man. They've got a lot of people argue the best 1-2 punch in all of college football with those two guys. They've got some crazy running backs. Sacks. We've got to consistently get pressure on Sam Howell, and if we flush him out, we've got to take him down. But we need lots of sacks. I'm saying we need 5 or 6 sacks in this game. If you look at the Notre Dame game, that kind of gives you a blueprint on beating North Carolina, and I'm pretty sure they sacked Sam Howell 6 times, I think, in that matchup. So sacks are going to be huge for us. UNC has also scored touchdowns on 77% of their red zone trips, which means it would be huge in this matchup for us to hold them to field goals on several drives. That is absolutely a win for the Miami Hurricanes defense if we could do that. 77% of the time, red zone trips, touchdowns, field goals would be huge if we can do that. And the last thing I really want to mention is tackle like we did against Duke and win the field position battle. I know that Duke, as I said in my preview, is an inferior opponent when compared to the Tar Heels, but that was a good game for us defensively, and we tackled very well, especially out in space and in the open. We have to do that against North Carolina, or we're going to struggle. It could be bad potentially. My score prediction, if you missed it, yes, the team that lost to FSU, my printer is still broken. I do have it being a close match. 38-35, a 3-point victory for the Canes. We are at Hard Rock Stadium. That does help. Limited fans, of course, but they'll black out, and it could still get pretty loud. Knowing now that at this point that this is the last regular season game, this will probably be, what do you guys think? This will probably be the most watched football game tomorrow. This might be the biggest game on Saturday. I think that it very well could be, with Miami being number 10, North Carolina being number 17. Both teams are kind of fighting, trying to get to the Orange Bowl to face Texas A&M or the Gators or something like that. This will be one of the biggest games tomorrow, hands down. 38-13 says Miami boy. Woo, okay. All right. UNC don't play good on the road. That's a good point. Remember, they lost to FSU, and all their losses have been on the road. Very, very true. Very true. Good point, Miami boy. So I think we're jumping right into the phone calls early tonight, guys. We're only about 20 minutes in, but let's flip and get it going. So if you want to call in, discuss the game, we can also now let's try to mostly keep it about Miami versus North Carolina, especially given that this is the last regular season game. Let's try to keep it talking about this game specifically. I do want to let you guys know, of course, early signing day next Wednesday. I plan on trying. Fingers crossed. I can't make any promises. Don't hold me to it. I'm going to try to be live pretty much all day covering early signing day. So I have everything set up for it. We'll literally just be chill. We'll sit here and we'll put little notifications up on the screen every time a player signs with Miami, and we'll just have a good time. So if you want to hang out, check out the 2021 class, just pop on the channel on Wednesday, and we'll do that. But right now we're going to focus on this game. You got another one, Miami boy? See, that's so funny because, like I said, what's happening with the Don't Be a Fan Later t-shirts is as long as there is an order that is currently being processed. So if someone's ordered one and it hasn't shipped out yet, I can't take it down. Literally, it's waiting. It's basically it's over. The limited edition. However, they said that as long as an order is processing, they need the design, so they can't take it down. So as long as one person orders one basically every week, it would continue to stay up and there'd be nothing I could do about it. No big recruiting news. Nah, less. Not right now. Of course, all the Canes fans are just hoping that Jake Garcia signs with Miami. I don't know. I have a bad feeling down in my gut. I hope I'm wrong. Hope and pray that I'm wrong, but I'm still not convinced on Garcia coming to Miami. I know Canes fans don't like that opinion, but I'm just not sure. So phone line is now open, guys. 865-229-4131. Call, give your score prediction on the game. We can discuss it a little bit. Whatever you want to do, talk Canes football. We'll try to do like maybe around 5 minutes per caller and keep it rolling. Who long is the shipping? Am I reading that wrong, Cane Juice? Just let me know, man. Who long is the shipping? Talked about the fans will support him if he doesn't come to Miami. Watched the interview from a few days ago. Oh, yeah, I saw that, Ohio Canes fan. You talking about after the football game when the interviewer asked him about how he feels about Canes fans, and he was like, they're crazy. But he meant like in a good way, I think. So, all right, let's take the first phone call, guys. Let's get it rolling. Be hype. Come on now, last regular season game. Be hype. What's going on? Who we got on the line? Are you there?
Hello?
What's going on?
Not much.
Can you turn the stream volume down? It makes like an echo when we're on the phone.
Really? Okay, so I'm ready to give my prediction.
All right, let's get it, man. How you feeling about this game? Now, first off, are you a Miami fan or a North Carolina fan?
I'm a Miami fan.
Okay, all right, let's go. So let's hear it.
I got 41-10 Canes win.
41-10. I have to say that almost every prediction I've saw so far, other than I think Miami Boy put his score in the chat, and it was kind of a bigger victory, have all been within like 3, 7, 10-ish points for Miami. So that's a big-time victory, 41-10. I mean, with you leaning towards that big of a victory for the Canes, what kind of pushes you to say that? I mean, do you feel like that the Canes defense can play lights out for 4 quarters, shut down the run game, shut down the RPO, stop Sam Howell? What is it that makes you so confident in the game?
The reason I'm so confident is, like, I think this is how it's going to play out. The Canes are going to shut down the Tar Heels in the first quarter, and they're just going to, like, give up. And they score those, like, 10 points in, like, butt time, and, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, they're very explosive, especially in the first quarter. So it would be huge
Mhm.
if we could keep them to nothing in the first quarter. That'd be big time because in the past few games, our defense overall has stepped up, but they've been playing pretty well in the second half of ball games, especially in fourth quarters. They've came through clutch for us. So that would be big if
Mhm.
we could stop North Carolina early because that's when we've not been playing our best and we've been kind of locked in and more focused and made adjustments coming out after halftime. So shutting them down early would
Yes.
absolutely be huge.
Yes.
So all right, man. So 41-10, Canes dub, first call in prediction. I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Good night.
All right, have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
It takes like 5 days to receive the shirt. I think right now Cane Juice is probably like 7 to 10 days due to COVID, to be honest. So there's been some shipping delays in the shirt. But just keep an eye on the tracking. It's one thing for someone to troll, but to troll and not be able to speak properly gets you to Blockville. Blockville. I like it. Oh boy, here we go. We got young Jedi Kane in the building. What's going on, man?
Man, what's up, Coop? You been
I'm
feeling better?
Yeah, I actually feel pretty good right now, man. So I'm just kind of chilling, and I'm trying to. I'm trying to get people hyped up for this game. I mean, last regular season game, this is huge.
Yeah, very huge.
So how
So
how
I give you
go ahead, go ahead.
so I give you my score prediction. My score prediction is 51-31 Miami Hurricanes win. And the reason why I say this is because I feel like it's going to be a very, very close game. But going into the fourth quarter, I feel like our defense and our offense are going to step up and move to a new level and pull away with the 20-point victory. And we just got to keep it close through the first three quarters because that's what UNC do. You know, they try to score a lot of
Yep.
points early, and then they just shut down. But if we could contain the points like Notre Dame did, like FSU did, then we could win. We could do better. And
Yep.
all in all, I just want us to win this game and then go to a great bowl game like the Orange Bowl or something and win that game.
I know, that'd be huge. I know so many Canes fans are disappointed in losing the Georgia Tech game, and like I said, they're wanting to reschedule somebody else. But to be honest, at this point, I really, other than because I love watching the Canes play, of course, I'd be perfectly fine with a 9-1 season and going to the Orange Bowl, for instance. I think that would be huge for us, especially considering
Yeah.
everything that happened last year and whatnot. So, and everybody knows with this season, that includes like recruits and players, coaches, fans, and whatnot, that this year was just kind of a weird year. We're honestly lucky that we got to play as many games as we did. If you look at other teams around the country, I mean, the only game of ours that got canceled. Well, I guess the Wake Forest game also, but then the Georgia Tech game.
Yeah.
Their team. I'm looking at some of these teams that only got to play like 5 and 6 games. So honestly, we're very lucky.
Yeah. And another thing, prayers up to Blaze, man. That was
Yeah,
one
that's
of my
tough.
favorite corners at Miami. It's 3 months off, but to be completely honest, I don't even think he should really play football anymore. I feel like, with that type of situation, I mean, you could be on the coaching staff and coach the cornerbacks or something and just be there, but I don't want to risk it and just throw him back out on the field just 'cause.
Yeah, it's a very scary thing to have because they say that it feels like you're having a heart attack sometimes when those muscles like around your heart inflame like that. So that would
Yeah.
definitely be scary. So hopefully he gets better soon. And like you said, no reason to rush to get him back into trying to play or practice or work out or anything like that for him.
Yeah. And on the Garcia news, I mean, I don't like at this point. I don't know if he wants to come to Miami, and like I just don't know at this point. I mean, yeah, we could get him, but I was on Zoe's show and like Zoe made it very clear, like why would you want why would you pick somebody over Perry? Like, why would you pick somebody over Perry? And Perry's been there since day one. Like, this is his school. Like, he got it tattooed on him. And like, I thought about it. I feel like that's somebody who I would want at the quarterback position. Somebody who's loyal and that can play. And hopefully he gets better during the off season. But I want somebody that's dedicated to play for the youth. And I feel like if we have a quarterback like that, he'll want to get better. And him seeing King through this year, see how King made everybody better, I'm sure it could be the same way for us next year.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting to see. We're going to do some live streams and videos talking about King as more news and stuff comes out with that, because I keep seeing it. I'm sure you've seen it too on social media in other various places where they keep taking quotes from King where he's like, I'd love to come back to Miami next year. And, I'm still thinking about it, but, I'd love to play Alabama and this and that. They're taking all these quotes from him. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to where they project he might go. I know that's a whole different conversation we could get into. But it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see. I would be happy with King coming back next year just because that does give us experience coming out against Alabama. And I know that N'Kosi Perry does have a lot of playtime under his belt, so he would be the next experienced guy. But a lot of people are screaming for TBD and whatnot. So it's going to be another crazy offseason for the quarterback position for us. It's been that way for the past 2 or 3 years, especially.
Yeah. That's another thing. But I like to get Garcia just to
This
show
is
that
what
we
it
can get
takes
consistent quarterbacks coming in
to
through
wear the
recruiting
U
and not the transfer.
on the side of your helmet.
'Cause that's one
Great
of the
call.
positions that I've been worried about that we could recruit and get. So
Yeah.
I'd be happy with him coming in. But Coop, thank you for the call, man. It's always great to talk to you. I'll be in the chat tomorrow. And yeah, man, thanks for the call. Hope you feel better. Hope your
Sound-
family's okay. And
Sounds good, man. I appreciate you calling in. Always pleasure to hear from you. And like I said, keep the content coming on the channel. I saw the other night, I think you had a new mic or something, and I saw the flag and stuff behind you, so it looks dope.
yeah.
All right, have a good night, bro. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, you too.
All right, bye-bye. And Disturbed Villain coming through with the $9.99. Appreciate you so much, man. He says, great call. Young Jedi Kane is a great caller. He's always ready, pumped to talk Miami Hurricanes football, and he's actually started his own YouTube channel. So that's awesome. Starting young, man. I love it. I honestly believe Perry wasn't focused on stepping up. See, and it's weird, Miami boy, because, again, we could get into a whole nother conversation, right, about do we want to people are talking about UCF's quarterback. I do think it is time to develop a long-term quarterback. Right, take a freshman guy, and that's the face of our program for the next 3 or 4 years. I'm ready for that. You know what I mean? All right, so phone line is back open, guys. So let's get you guys in here. And Disturbed Villain, like I said, thank you for the $9.99, man. How's life been? King isn't coming back. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna talk about it. All right, phone line's back open, guys. He's been here 4 years. If he ain't focused by now, he never will be. I mean, it's tough for him because Perry's had what? Perry's had 2 or 3 different quarterbacks coaches and 2 or 3 different offensive coordinators. Woo! That's tough, man. That's really tough. But no excuses. No excuses for anybody. At the end of the day, even if there's a player that I gravitate towards or like more because of their personality or their play style or something like that, at the end of the day, we have to put the guy out there on the field that gives us the best chance to win football games. Doesn't matter if they've stayed true to the U for 3 or 4 years and they've never left, no matter what. The more talented guy, the more athletic guy, the better quarterback is the one that needs to play. You know what I mean? All right, let's take the next call here. What's going on? Who we got on the line?
This is Hugh Jazz.
Hugh Jazz? All right, let's go, man. Is this your first time calling in?
It is.
Okay, awesome. Heck yeah. So first time caller, but I see you chatting all the time in the live streams and whatnot. So how you feeling about this matchup?
I'm feeling good about it.
All right, it's nice because I've noticed so far when I look around online and comments on my videos and stuff, for the most part, Canes fans are pretty confident in this game. They're giving North Carolina some credit, right? Because they're averaging over 40 points a game. That's huge. Again, their run game is good. Again, they can work that RPO magic. Sam Howell is a great quarterback. But at the end of the day, Canes fans still feel like it's pretty safe that we're going to get the dub, and the confidence is pretty high overall.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make it short.
Okay.
My score prediction. Uh, 41-37, Miami.
41-37. Okay, so a close score prediction, but another one that's also really high scoring. If it does come down to a shootout, I mean, that makes perfect sense. 41-37. I like it, man.
But hey, Coop, one more thing.
Yeah,
You said your favorite Miami Hurricane was Devin Hester, right?
sure is.
All right. I really want to go to Miami when I graduate from high school. That is my dream college to go to, and I really want to break Devin Hester's record when I when I get to the NFL, and when I get to college. I want to break the return record for kick returns and the punt returns.
All right, do it, man. Let's get it. That's what we need. I've been saying for years that we need another guy like Devin Hester, a guy that opposing teams punt away from and kick away from because they do not want that guy touching the ball. So step up and be that guy, man. I like it.
Yep, thanks.
Hey, have a good night, man, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the live hangout.
All right, you too. Hope you get better, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it, bro. All right, bye-bye. What do we got? We got UCF fans showing up in here as well. What do you think about you know what? I'm not gonna go there. We're gonna focus on this game. Chris Brown, what's up, man? I'm not even doing it, guys. Not tonight. Not tonight. I'm not going there. Nope. Mm-mm. Don't even get me on that train. Mm-mm. All right, let's go. Let's get Christian on the line here. What's going on, Carl? Christian, what's up, man?
What's up, my dude? Sorry, I've just been trying to get in, man.
Oh, no, you're good. Like I said, I know it's tough sometimes because people keep telling me it says that the phone is busy. If multiple people try to call in, I don't have like a queue or like a waiting system or anything like that. It's just kind of first come, first serve sort of thing. So I'm happy to get you in here, though.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I never gave up. I couldn't get in last week, but I tried again this time.
Nice. So, how you feeling about this game? So far, the confidence level, as I said, still pretty high from Canes fans. I don't see a single darn UNC fan in here, and they promised me they would be here.
My friend was on here. He's a huge UNC fan.
Ooh.
His name is David Whiteson.
All right. So you guys been talking a little bit of smack, a little bit of trash?
Let's just say I'm not talking to him until after the game.
Fair enough. That's probably a good idea. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no. But, okay, so here's a couple of things. I also want to express my opinion on one or two other things real quick, but it is Canes football.
Okay.
There was now I'm gonna put it like this. I respect N'Kosi Perry for coming to the U, for being at the U, for sticking with the U. That's fine. Yes, he has tattoos and all that, but the thing is, he's already had his chance to star and to continue, and to prove himself. He hasn't. So what I think we need to do is develop better talent, such as maybe Tyler Van Dyke, get Jake Garcia. I'm very high on Jake Garcia coming to the U. Okay. I can promise you I'm very, very, very high on him because I just have this great, great, great feeling. It's going to be between FSU and Miami. And I think Miami lands.
I hope your gut feeling is right and not mine. I'll say that.
Okay. And put it like this. I am so high on this, I'm willing to bet $500 on this.
Woo, okay. Now, I'm not willing to bet any money. But I do hope you're right, though. Like I said, I've been out there tweeting hashtag Garcia to the U and putting up posts and whatnot. I just, for some reason, my gut still tells me that he goes somewhere else. And I don't have, like I said, some kind of inside source or something. I've not been texting Garcia or something. I don't know. Something feels weird about it that I think it's not going to happen. But like I said, I'm going to be positive, and I'm on the train, definitely.
So here's the reason why I'm gonna I'm gonna say Jake Garcia comes. Okay.
Okay.
You have players such as Brevin Jordan and other players from Miami going and recruiting for being recruiters
Gang,
for
nothing to play
Miami,
with
dude.
Kingbot to show Trevor
We
Lawrence
had
how to handle
we
a
had a pretty successful
lightweight.
season so far this year with only losing one game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's why, I mean, those two factors, and we can give him a really, really good chance of starting right away for the year.
Because see, that's some of the argument though that fans are making is that he would prefer to go somewhere where he's definitely the starter. Like potentially, it could be a competition between him and TBD if we're going the route of developing one of our young QBs to be the next starter over someone like N'Kosi Perry or something like that. So I can see that, but I also do see the other side of the argument as well. So it's a tough one. And like I said, I hope that you're right, and I hope everybody that says Garcia to the U is right. Because I wouldn't mind having him, definitely. I mean, more competition is always good. And like I said, I'm kind of leaning more towards wanting to get a young guy and actually develop him instead of going to the transfer portal. I'm thankful for De'Aaron King, but if we're thinking long term, we need to get like a young guy and develop him and be the face of the program for the next 3 to 4 years if possible.
I agree 100% with that. I mean, it's better for the program. It really is. All right, and so my score prediction for this week.
All right.
Before I want to say one more thing. I'm gonna give you. Now I haven't been right one time this year, but it's gonna be another close one.
That's all right.
It's gonna be 24-17 Miami.
24-17. Okay, so one of the lower score predictions that I've seen so far for this game. And that could very well happen. At the end of the day, we don't actually know. Just because these two teams have high-powered offenses doesn't mean they're going to put up 30 and 40-plus points in this game. You never know.
Exactly. And I mean, look, I'm going to put it this way, and it's not me throwing shade at Miami at all, but this is me talking truth.
Okay.
I really think that, yes, we're in the right direction with the offense, but they're not playing to their fullest potential this season. I think that we could have done better in a lot of games. A lot of games shouldn't have been as close as what they were. For example, North Carolina State.
Right.
That should have not been close.
Yeah, and it's kind of it's another one where you can argue a little bit both ways, at least a little bit, because there are very unique circumstances going into this season, right? With the extra protocols and things like that, limited practices in the off season and stuff like that. So there are a lot of things that could have big negative impacts on games this season. But still, then at the end of the day, you can argue that, like for instance, when you mentioned NC State, we're still a much better football team and there should have been more of a point difference between the two of us. So you could argue both ways for sure.
Yeah. And then, okay, the last thing I'm going to say here, I actually have a question for the people in the chat.
Okay.
Can they hear me? Can you ask the chat if they can hear me?
Yeah. Can you guys hear him loud and clear? Just give me a quick yes or no. What's going on, Hurricane Logan? All right, we got some yeses and some yees and some yays.
Okay. So, all right. So my two question is, there's two really big five-star recruits, actually three, that I'm really, 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 really interested in. I want to ask you what you thought of this.
Okay.
For the first one is that transfer portal linebacker Paleli Gayatoti, which is actually a very good friend of mine.
I'm glad you said his name because there's no way I was going to attempt it.
His name is Paleli Gayatoti, The guy is a freak of nature, man.
He's a pretty big dude.
Yeah, no, but he's a freak of nature, man. Let me tell you. He's something we've been missing at the U for a very long time.
So what was your question about it, though?
So, no. So him, Mason Smith, and that linebacker from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we get those three players?
All three of them, no. I do think that we get the USC guy, though. There's a lot of influence from players that are on the Miami squad right now with Brevin Jordan and Bubba Bolden and whatnot saying that they've been contacting this guy. So I think that we get the USC linebacker, but I don't know that we get the other two guys.
Okay.
And
so you don't think the linebacker from that committed to Tennessee is coming?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But just a prediction, just a guess. So it could be wrong always, but I do definitely think we get the USC guy though.
Yeah. All right, my dude. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, my dude. I'm praying for you always. And yeah, no, thank you so much for taking my call.
Absolutely. Appreciate you calling in, man. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for the big game.
Yes, sir. I'll be here.
All right. Have a good one, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
So what do you guys think? Do you think that we get the USC linebacker? Let me. You guys know who he is, right? I'm pretty sure everybody knows who he is.
To wear the U on the side of your helmet.
Let's go Canes. And what that guy say, lol.
Yeah, I can't say dude's name. I can't. I can't say his name. Pele Gayotodi? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. The linebacker from USC. Do you guys think we get him? I'm not asking do you want him. I'm asking do you think we get him? Again, players can have a huge impact on recruiting, and Brevin and Bubba are all about trying to bring this guy in. So I think that could be really helpful. Hurricane Logan in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Glad you saved my number.
Yep, sure did. I think the only person that I think I finally got Bergie saved and Miami Boy. I think I have everybody. So finally.
Yes. How you doing? How's it going?
Pretty good. This is probably the best I've felt in a while. And then even if I wasn't feeling good, honestly, I'm really, really trying to soak in the moment and enjoy this game since it's the last regular season game.
Yeah, I mean, biggest game of our season by far.
Yep, this is the one that I personally had circled on my calendar because, again, I've tried to be way more realistic this year. I know you already know what I'm going to say and what I'm talking about, but I had the Clemson game down as a loss. So the North Carolina one is the big one that I was like, two high-powered offenses. It's coming up at the end of the year, and that's even before we didn't know about the ACC championship game and what that was going to be and whatnot. Let's just say I'm really pumped and excited about this game. That'll sum it up for you.
Yeah. I was really surprised about the last caller, and I'm not sure how many other Canes fans feel that way. But to say the offense has been underwhelming is kind of insulting. They've really been the reason why we're 8-1 more than our defense is.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Able to put up points, and there was one game we weren't able to rotate an offensive lineman the entire game, and just people need to remember where Miami quarterbacks have been compared to where De'Aaron King is because they're not close to his level.
Yep.
Well, 8-1 alone is thankful, but like I think we both agree on tomorrow's a big game, man. We both have the same mindset. It seems that we really thought we were going to lose to Clemson, but we were just hoping there might have been some light there.
Right.
At the end of the day,
yeah.
With the season ending the way it is at 8-1, this is a huge, huge game. And I'm really looking to our secondary this game. I'm looking to our secondary. If we can stop the run game, our defensive ends will get pressure, but it's on our secondary. They definitely got the weight on their shoulders this game.
Yeah, and they've got I'm going blank on their wide receivers' names all of a sudden. I've had several brain farts already tonight. It's not a good look for me.
Well, you're a Miami fan, so it's all right.
They've got some big time receivers that can make some plays, and potentially it creates some mismatches for us. So that is going to be kind of scary. And then of course, yeah, their two running backs are pretty good. So there are a lot of things that potentially could go very badly for us in this game. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just putting everything on the table.
Yeah, it's possible. This is a game of senior leadership stepping up and the coaches having them well prepared and disciplined. This isn't a game to have time for penalties or anything like that.
Yep.
We got to come out and just play good football. And if we play good football, like we did against Duke, because Duke is a bad opponent, but if you look about how we played, we just played stellar regardless of how bad they were.
Yep.
If we can come out and play like that against North Carolina, we can get them probably by, I'd say, 17 or so.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
So then what are you realistically thinking about the game then for you?
Score-wise?
Yes.
Oh, man. There's so many factors like every game probably that comes into play. But I'd probably say 31-35 Miami or so.
31-35. Okay. Close to mine. Very close to mine. I've got 38-35.
But I think it could be a whole different game if we stop their run game and our defensive ends wreak havoc like they did against Duke. If Roche and Phillips get back there on how I look for quite a bit of turnovers in our secondary, and that'll probably give them confidence in the coverage game. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. See, hold on. I'm trying to, that I let people voice their opinion on the channel, but I don't know who this Shark Zone, he just spams so much.
Yeah, he's blowing it up.
Shark Zone, I always let people speak their mind on this channel. I'll put you in timeout one more time. But I listen, literally 2 people have been banned in 4 years on the history of this channel. You can talk all the smack you want. You can say FSU is better. You can say North Carolina is better. That's fine. Just don't spam it. All right, bro? All right, we're good. All right, sorry. That just I was listening to what you were saying. I was just getting distracted because I kept seeing the same name over and over and over, and I was like, what's going on?
No, don't worry about it, man. You got to take care of the chat too. So, but yeah, moving forward, Terrence Lewis, the linebacker Tennessee decommit, is not going to come to Miami. From what I've heard, obviously, all Miami fans, literally all fans, have their silly sources, which is usually just people tweeting. I really don't think Terrence Lewis is going to come to Miami. Even off the stuff that he retweets from our players. I really believe that we're going to get the USC linebacker, however. And I got some confidence in Mason Smith, but we'll see just where we are this season. If we can come out with a win tomorrow and how our recruiting class is already looking, I'm very pleased with 2020 for what it's been.
Exactly. Yeah, and like we all know, 2020, it's flipping weird. And all the cancellations and unique things going on with the season. So all things considered, I don't think that I'm sorry, but I think it'd be crazy if you disagree with this. I don't think any Miami fan would be upset if at the end of last year I told you that at this point in time we were 8-1, coming up on our last game of the season with our only loss being to Clemson, and you mix in all the COVID stuff with the season as well. I think most Miami fans would be ecstatic, and after what happened last year, would be super happy about it.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And you got to remember, too, a lot of people, the ESPN guys, the famous little media guys on Twitter, a lot of those guys had us going like 5-5,
There were some of those predictions, you're right.
But between that and last year, being where we're at is just, it's pleasing. But this game is very, very, very winnable. And it just comes down to senior leadership and coaching preparation. And I just hope that these guys have been applying themselves, getting ready, which for once in my life, looking at last year, I really do think that both coaches and especially senior players were applying themselves and trying to get this team ready for this game.
Yep.
I'd be surprised if we come out flat. I really, really would.
Some of last year's loss was coaching. I know it always goes on both sides, but we were out-coached some last year as well. So hopefully with the growth we have with the coaching and some of the changes and stuff, that won't be an issue tomorrow. Plus, like you said, with seniors and stuff stepping up and being leaders, we should be good on the player side as well.
Yeah. And then, you got Georgia Tech canceling. This is pretty much possibly I don't know how many seniors are going to come back.
Right.
I really hope they all do, except maybe Quincy and Jalen Phillips are probably the only deserving guys to leave because they can get pretty early picks in the draft. But, you know, I hope a lot of the seniors come back. And if they don't, then hopefully they have that mindset of, hey, this is the last game at Hard Rock. You know, we got to show out.
Yep.
And then hopefully it's not the last game at Hard Rock if you win, because we'll be playing Florida or Texas A&M
Very
in
true.
a Orange Bowl game.
Man, that hurts me so bad to think of us playing the Orange Bowl. Now, I'm still happy about it, but playing in the Orange Bowl on our turf, if we had a rematch against the Gators, and then, you know, with all this COVID stuff, the limited fans and whatnot, like, it would be crazy in Hard Rock if we had a rematch.
That would probably be more insane than Notre Dame and Virginia Tech in 2017.
Man.
That would be insane.
That makes me sad
we'll
thinking
see,
about
man.
that.
I got high hopes.
Yep. All right, Logan.
I got high hopes. So.
I appreciate
Thanks
you
for
calling
having
in,
me.
man. Yep, as always, and hopefully we'll see you in
I have
tomorrow.
a question.
Yeah.
How are those Adidas that you bought? Do you like them? Because I'm looking at buying a pair.
They haven't come in yet. I just ordered them yesterday. So
All right.
people
Well, you
probably
can hit me up in the DMs. Let me know.
Sounds good. Yeah, I definitely will, because I've been seeing Ultra Boost everywhere, and I know, you know, they dropped the Miami Hurricanes edition, and I just wasn't really feeling the color for some reason. I like a lot of green on my shoes. So I saw those in I don't even remember what they call it, like Volt Green or Vivid Green. I don't remember what exactly it is, but
It was like a Grinch green.
Yeah, I couldn't pass up on it. So hopefully I'll have them by next week, and I'll let you know. Supposedly Ultra Boost are like walking on clouds. Maybe you guys can give me some feedback in the chat, but I'm pretty excited to try them.
Nice. Well, hey, while I am talking to you, one more thing. Shoot me your address. DM me on Twitter. I'll send you a little Christmas gift, man. Some love from another Hurricane fan.
Okay,
And,
I'll do it.
Obviously, a Coach Coop YouTube fan. So.
Just know that you don't have to send me anything. As long as you know that, then
hey.
all right. I'll send it over to you.
All right, man. You have a good night.
I appreciate you, Logan. All right, bye-bye. So are Ultra Boost comfortable? I know that we're getting off topic a little bit, but are they? Let me show you the ones I bought. Hold on. Here I go saying we're talking is football tonight, and I'm like, let me show you guys my shoes. Where are they? Here we go. I'm gonna show you the shoes I got. I've never wore Ultra Boost before. All right, here's what I got. These bad boys right here are on the way. Are they comfortable or not? I got a pretty good deal on them. So I got them for like $120, about $120. I like green shoes, man. I know I should have jumped on the Miami Hurricanes Ultra Boost, but I'm just not a big fan of orange shoes. So I went with the green. Man, they look good, but do they feel good? If they don't feel good, then it's all for nothing. You know what I mean? Oh boy, did Shark go to a new account? What's happening? All right, Tay Tong, I'm sorry. You can voice your opinion, but you can't spam it, bro. Only the third person ever to be banned. Congratulations. What's going on? Who we got on the line?
It's Bergie. What's up, bro?
Bergie. Now, wait just a doggone second. You're borrowing phones from other people to call in just to specifically mess with me at this point, aren't you?
Nope, this is my phone, dude.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm not going to say the whole number, but it's a 469 number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same number.
What in the world? I'm going to blame it on the little computer gremlins that come out and mess with my stuff at night when I'm asleep. Let me write down your not new number, Bergie, and I'll make sure that I save it, okay? Okay, there we go. I got it written down. Okay.
You're killing me, homie, let me tell you.
The sad thing is it's not even a little bit or a gig or anything that I'm doing. This is really happening. I don't know what's going on with that, but
it's all right, man. It's like I tell you every time, it's not a big deal, man. I ain't worried about it one bit. First thing I want to say, the sneakers that you're talking about that you're buying, those are really nice, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
Those are really nice, dude.
I'm real picky on shoes. Like I usually spend I'll drop like $200 or $300 on shoes. But I wear them for a really long time, so I want them to be nice and comfortable. And growing up, I was always real big on shoes. I was that kid in school that always had like the newest, coolest shoes. I would go out and mow yards and stuff and save my money. and my mom would help me out. I always had to have the biggest, baddest shoes.
I understand. I'm the same way, dude. I'll be honest with you. Here's a quick little story on sneakers here. I was at Marshall's, of all places, a couple of months ago. And I'm walking around there, and they got their little clearance rack for all their sneakers and so forth. And I see these pair of really nice white sneakers with a green and orange trim on them. And I'm like, what the hell are those? I look over, and they're in a pair of Adidas Miami Hurricane version Ultra Boost.
How much?
For $49.
Dang. Hopefully, number one, they were your size. And hopefully, number two, you bought them, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I did have them in my size. And I'll be honest with you, since I bought them, I've worn them only twice because they're so white and they're so nice, and I'm scared of getting them dirty.
Fair.
So it's like, it's one of them things that I have them and I'll wear them for a special occasion, but it really has to be special. So.
I got you. Yeah, so you can relate then to my, what do we want to call this? A shoe fetish or shoe obsession? I don't know. That sounds dirty when I say it that way. But hey, I like shoes.
I'm 50 years old right now, and I still have the same fetish with sneakers I had when I was 12. So, it is what it is. But anyway, talking about some Hurricanes football here, man. Oh, boy, I've been waiting for this game, man.
Yep.
Now it's finally here, and I'll tell you what. Last week's game was kind of like a bit of a wake-up call to an extent as far as what you saw, what we did on defense, because it was weird to me that it seemed like the defense just kind of turned on the switch for the first time this season as far as really wrapping up, really tackling. First man hits, first man wrap up, first man takes them down, as opposed to where it just seemed like, guys were just getting bounced off of and they were picking up. I mean, we really did a good job as far as, execution on defense, and that if we keep that kind of intensity up, like what we showed last week, that execution, I should say, up, I don't see any reason why we lose this game, because I don't see North Carolina's defense being able to stop our offense.
Yeah, and that's why when you mentioned that with the defense, why I was kind of venting at the beginning of my post-game video last week from Duke, because I was saying, yeah, everyone kept hitting me up saying, yeah, but Coop, it was just Duke. Yeah, but Coop, Duke's a high school team, they're a basketball school. I get it, but that's where I was making the argument that we played them like they were. Our defense actually shut them down and played them like they were a basketball school. We did what we were supposed to do, and we looked good doing it. And that was the point that I kept trying to make with the defense against Duke.
And I understand that, but, as bad as Duke is, we've played, a few bad teams this year, and our defense didn't play like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there was a complete different set of, a different display of intensity out there that just really kind of made me go, wow, this is somehow. Could it be attributed to the fact that there were a lot of guys out that, a lot of the younger guys got to go in there and we're really getting to get a good look now at what a lot of these younger guys are bringing to the table? I hope so.
Yeah, and they could have been sometimes, I think, with younger players, since they're still kind of being developed, they play a little more based off of instincts. And if they've got it, then they got it, if you know what I mean. So sometimes it's nice to have those young guys come out and do it. Now, some Canes fans are – I'm going to get really close to the mic. Some Canes fans are going to say that Manny Diaz called the plays, but I don't believe that. I'm not that person. If you believe that, that's okay. That's fine. But I don't know. I still just don't see that argument. But anyways, I'm sorry, Dargy. Continue.
No, that's cool. I was just going to say, I'm just a firm believer football players play football. And, a kid that knows how to play the game is going to play the game. And, yes, I'm a firm believer that you need good coaching and you need everything else that goes with it, but it has to be a marriage of the two. You have to have a kid with talent and you have to have a coach that knows what he's doing. And when you get that perfect marriage, you get good football played by everybody, but it still comes down to the player. Mm-hmm. I mean, I am a firm believer that the player is the one that's on the field. He's the one that's making the tackle, not the coach. I can give you all the advice in the world. If you can't tackle, you can't tackle. Yep. If you can't pass the football, you can't pass the football. There's only so much I can do as a coach. With that said, I'm just happy with what I saw last week. And I'm even happier that we're actually having a game this week because, like I told you last week, I really want to call in this week. I really want people to laugh at me and say, look, Bergie, the season didn't get canceled. We're playing a game because I told you that was going to happen. So if everybody wants to laugh at me because I was wrong, please do. I welcome it. I want you to do that for me. Anyway, I'm glad that we are playing because we got to get this game. This is more or less our as much as FSU is our rivalry big game of the year, this is our rivalry big game of the year, and we got to get this one done.
Yeah, because this will actually be a game that the UNC's nowhere near Clemson's level, but I'm just saying this will be another one of those games where there are fans of opposing teams don't necessarily think that we can win this game. So this could be like another big victory for us to actually take down UNC this season, because everybody else, like we talked about, Duke and a lot of the other teams that we played, fans are just like, whatever, that's Duke, that's NC State, nobody cares. But this is North Carolina with that high-powered offense, with Sam Howell, with their again, I'm going blank on their wide receivers, but with the ones that are great with the 50-50 balls, they got 2 wide receivers that are pretty good. The 1-2 punch with the running backs. So it's a huge game.
Well, that's what it's shaping up to be, and let's hope that it lives up to it. I mean, let me rephrase it. Let's hope it doesn't live up to that. Let's hope that we just smoke them completely.
Yeah.
I would love to see, us blow them out completely. I don't think it's going to happen. I do think it's going to be a closer game, but I would love to see us blow them out. That would definitely be an icing on the cake for as crazy as the season's been.
Man.
And I am upset that we don't get Georgia Tech next week. That was a game I really wanted to get back. I was really hoping that we could close the season redeeming ourselves for the 3 losses that we had last year by beating Duke last week, by hopefully beating UNC this week, and then hopefully beating Georgia Tech next week. To me, that would have been a beautiful way to close the season. But we get 2 out of 3. Hopefully, we close this one out and we can do it that way, and then move our way into a bowl game. As far as who we're playing in a bowl game, I don't know. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even care at this point.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, honestly, that the bowl games actually do happen, because, there's going to be a gap of a couple of weeks there. And I don't know if you saw, but there are several teams that have just opted out and said we're not going to jeopardize our players' health and safety when technically, okay, don't I don't want everybody getting mad at me. Technically, the bowl game isn't. I say it isn't that big of a deal. It is a big deal, but it's not like your regular season record. Like, we're not going to play for the ACC championship game. I'm sorry, we're not getting in the college football playoffs. So I can see when teams, staff, coaching, and all that stuff are making that argument that they just say, well, at this point, with the crazy 2020 season, we'll just call it and be done.
Yeah.
So anything could happen.
This is what it takes
I had with a buddy of mine. We were talking about just
to wear the U
and
on the side of your helmet.
Like
what up, Coop? Just now checking in.
Will there
Let's
be
go
college football
Canes.
playoffs? Will there be bowl games? Yes. Will there be a lot of cancellations? Yes. But it's basically going to be any games that aren't really affected by the TV money. Those are the ones that are probably going to bounce out. All the bigger bowl games, obviously the playoffs and the NY6 bowl games, a lot of those are going to take place. So that's another reason why we got to win this game. We got to make it to one of those big bowls, so that way we know we will play in a bowl game, and we can help expand our brand just a little bit further by doing so.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's big. And then here's the other thing, and I just wrote this in the chat. Someone was was talking about Phillips and Roche potentially going in the draft, which I can honestly see happen. I know people are going back and forth saying, oh well. What's his name? Bubba Bolden says we're all coming back and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's easy to say we're all coming back until somebody tells you you're going to be a first-round pick and you got millions of dollars staring at you in the face.
I make that. Yeah. Me and you are so much like on the same wavelength, because I say, you've probably heard me say the exact same thing multiple times. And just because, as I saw where that blew up, everyone was sharing it on Facebook and Twitter where they were like, listen, but Bubba Bolden said on his Instagram Live that we're all coming back and we're taking down Alabama. And I'm like, well, that's easy for him to say we're all coming back, but that doesn't mean that De'Aaron King actually wants to come back, or that, Phillips or Roche or all these guys. He's not speaking for everybody. At the end of the day, like you said, if you picture yourself, everybody in the chat, play along for a second, hypothetical, just use your imagination. 21, 22, 23 years old, you're in college. They say, I know this is wrong a lot of times, but they say, hey, you're going first, second, third round, or you're going to get drafted. You're going to be on a team. And you literally know millions upon millions of dollars in this contract are sitting there. Or I'm going to come back next year because I want to play Alabama and try to win a championship in college. A lot of people are taking the money, period. I'm sorry. I know people say, yeah, but Coop, Miami Hurricanes, and I bleed this, and, my brother's on the team, and this. We're talking millions upon millions of dollars. Your career, the rest of your life, to cover you and your family forever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand it, and I agree with you, and that's why I say, wouldn't it be funny that, here, let's say 2-3 months down the line, people getting Bubba Bolden's ear and they're telling him, look, you're going to be a second-round pick. You think he's going to turn away that kind of money?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be really hard for me to turn something like that down.
So what I wanted to finish up though with what I was talking about with that is that let's say Roche and Phillips both leave. The way it looks right now, there's a good possibility that both of them can go in the first round. The way everybody's talking about it. I'm not saying they will, but there's a good possibility. What do you think that's going to do for our recruiting if let's say Roche, Russo, and Phillips all go first round in this coming draft? How do you think that's going to affect recruiting? You think kids are now going to look at Miami and go, oh, snap, DEs are going round one going to Miami? Where do I want to go to school?
True. Very good point.
That's some stuff. I mean, and again, I don't want to see kids leave and go pro. I'd love to see them stay and do something for the school, but you know, it works to our advantage both ways if it can go down like that. And I like seeing stuff like that.
I see too, kind of where you're getting at, where that could be a little more thinking long term, because at the very least, like with Phillips and Roche and stuff, we would only get one more year out of them. So then we're bringing in some big time recruits that we're thinking hopefully future of the program, big 4- and 5-star guys, future recruiting classes and stuff that we're thinking, 3 and 4 years hanging on to these guys and developing them, which would be huge.
Well, here's one interesting thing, and you could correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm right, Phillips is a junior, is he not?
I'm going to double check, honestly. I'm not going to pretend like I remember, because I think actually you're right.
And if he is, that means he would have, again, I don't think he's going to stay, but if he would realistically have 2 years of eligibility left with the freebie year.
Yeah, he is. He is a junior. You're right.
Yeah,
for some reason, I thought he was a senior. I don't know why. Like, I knew that, but I guess I just forgot.
Because he hasn't played ball in 2 years.
That's,
and, it's like it's
true.
amazing to see him on the field again.
Yeah. It's so hard nowadays to keep up with all this stuff. Between, just the regular recruiting, then you've got the early signing period. Now you've got the transfer portal. Like, it's hard to remember who's what.
Well, from my understanding, and this I read this today, apparently who was it? Arroyo, the tight end that we're apparently recruiting. Supposedly he got a I think they said that he posted online that he got his letter of his early signing day letter. Not that he's allowed to send it in yet, but apparently it was sent to him because if I'm correct, the early signing day starts on the 16th.
Yep.
So that means that guys should start, be receiving those letters so that way they can have them sent in the first thing, on the 16th when they sent them in. So, this next week is going to be pretty interesting to see who we might also get, whether Garcia really comes here, whether T2 comes here. I don't think he's coming, but, it's a possibility. So, there's a lot of things that are going to start happening over this next week. So getting this win, just that little bit of the icing on the cake, to go into early signing day with a win over NC, that would definitely help us out, man.
So we're talking all these impacts and stuff that this win could have.
Right.
Are you predicting a win tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I again, it's based off of what I saw last week with Duke, with the way that the defense played. It's hard for me to believe that what they did last week, that it's just going to shut off and it's going to turn into something less than what we saw this week. I have a feeling that these guys, that excitement, that wow, we're coming together, that whole kind of bonding thing is going to, there's a team unity thing happening that I really kind of believe in. And I think that's going to carry through into this week. And I think, like I said, if they keep up that kind of defensive intensity, I can't see us losing this game. Because, again, I don't see North Carolina's defense being able to stop our offense. I mean, King is just, he's everything that we could have asked for and then some. The kid's just been solid all year. I don't see them being able to stop him. And then you throw the running backs at him with Chaney and with Cam Harris. I mean, me personally, I think Chaney's going to explode this game. For some reason, I keep saying it over and over. I really think he is just going to absolutely explode in this game. So, we'll see what happens. But yes, I am predicting a win. I'm going to say, what am I going to say? 38-21.
38-21. All right, 10-point victory for the Canes tomorrow night. Wait,
yeah,
you said 31-21?
38-21.
38-21. Gotcha. Okay, a little more convincing. All right, I like it.
I do too. So, all right. Other than that, Coop, I'm glad to see you back on this week. I'm glad that you look all happy and healthy, man. And I wish you the best. And we'll do this again next week, man.
Hey.
Hopefully with a win under our belt.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Have a good night, Bergie. It's always a pleasure to have you call in, bro.
All right, buddy. Take care.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let me take a quick look at the chat here. I've been reading your guys' messages, but anything that I missed here. Boy, I don't know if he's an FSU fan. I guess he is because he keeps mentioning FSU. But we've banned 3 accounts so far. How many more will there be? You hope King comes back in, Jedi Kane. Do you guys? It's just an opinion. It's just a prediction. We're not going off of anything. At this point in time, December 11th, 10:21 p.m. Eastern Time, do you think D'Eriq King comes back next season? What do you guys think? I've actually recorded a video telling you guys what I think, so I'm not going to spoil my prediction just yet. Do you think he comes back or no? Opening with Alabama. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the draft this year. Some big-time names. Does D'Eriq King return to Miami? Netta, what's going on? How you feeling? I'm feeling decent. Decent, actually. How about you? You only went to one Canes game, but it was Tallahassee in 02. Sean Taylor laid the heck out of PK. Sam, I was roaring, I bet. Good memories, Miami boy. Yes. It's an overwhelming yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So many believe that that King returns for the 2021 season to open up against Alabama. I'm not going to reveal my prediction just yet, but I will say that I would love it if he did come back. I'm not interested in the UCF transfer, just being honest. I would love for him to be able to come back year 2 under the Rhett Lashley offense. An off-season with actual practices. How great would that be? And then to open up with an experienced quarterback against Alabama. What's my prediction for tomorrow? My prediction, Netta, is 38-35 against the team that lost to FSU. I've got it being potentially a shootout as advertised, and it actually being a close win, but a win nonetheless for the Canes. You got snow in Tennessee? I do not, but I wish I did. I love the snow, man. If it's going to be cold, it might as well snow. And Corey Gray, while I was on the phone with Bergie, donated the big 5, my man. He says, just now checking in. Let's go, Canes. Thank you so much for the support, Corey. I appreciate that, man. All right, so let's get the next caller in here. We're going to do a couple more, guys. Keep trying if you're not getting through. What's going on? Who we got on the line?
It's all about the U83, but I changed my name to It's All About the U305.
It's all about the U305. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, there was probably some confusion in the chat because other people probably thought you were the other It's All About the U83. I think you two just spelled it a little bit differently. So, hey, that works, man. And you got the 305 in there, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know typically week to week when you've called in, you've been pretty confident about the games. Yeah. And, I mean, we've won them. So what are you thinking about tomorrow, that high-powered UNC offense?
I'm really confident. I think we'll shut down Sam Howell.
And we've seen that it can be done. Other teams have done it. I know that now. I mean, again, his stats are out of this world, man. I mean, over 3,000 yards. I think, how many touchdown passes does Sam Howell have on the year? 26 touchdown passes to just 6 interceptions. 3,129 yards. I mean, that's crazy. And that guy knows how to work that RPO magic for sure.
Yeah.
So are you willing to give a score prediction then? You're confident in the game. We're going to shut down UNC's offense. What's your score prediction?
42-27 Miami.
42-27. All right, man. I hope that it's something more like that than what my score prediction is, to be honest. I would love to really separate ourselves and show that we're the better football team. So 2-3 touchdowns, something like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, it's all about the U305. I'll try my best to remember that, man. I appreciate
All
you
right.
calling in. I think you've probably been one of the most consistent callers on the show, calling in every single
Yeah.
week. So always comment on the
Yeah.
videos. I see that. So I really appreciate the support, man.
Yeah. No problem.
All right, have a good night, bro. I'll see you tomorrow for the game.
You too. See ya.
All right, bye-bye. So Corey Gray coming through with the 38-28 Miami. All right. I like it. Coop USC kid is the truth. He's a baller. His first step and speed is crazy. Yeah, I think some people said that he tends to – the one thing they didn't like about him is he tends to lead with the crown of his helmet a lot and launches some. I've not watched a lot of tape on him, so I can't confirm that. But overall, we would absolutely take him. Absolutely take that guy. And that would be big time. If you imagine King coming back, if you imagine some of these guys actually staying, and then we pick up a couple of those transfer portal guys, plus this signing class that we're getting going into. I'm getting ahead of myself. We got North Carolina tomorrow. Young Jedi Kane, 51-31 Miami. Woo! Man, I'd like to see that too. So we had to ban Bob. That's another one down. King will come back to raise his draft value. I honestly think, though, the smartest decision, Miami boy, for De'Aaron King would be to come back. Honestly, I'm not saying that King hasn't had a good year, but I think he's got more to prove. Even if you factor in anything that he's done at Houston plus this year at Miami, I think this. Oh, we got Bob number 2. Oh my goodness, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, guys. Let's see. Landon, what's going on, bro? Let's see. What else we got here? Alabama's a setup game, and it's our very first game. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, man. So I'm happy and thankful for the opportunity to play a team that will be, in 2021, still a top 5 team in the country. So I actually like that. SEC team right out of the gate. That's going to be huge. It's going to be a neutral site. It's in Atlanta, right? I think. Pretty sure that game's in Atlanta. I don't think he has a choice who would take him. Not saying he is bad or anything, but what if NFL team needs a service right? Well, and that's my thing. The illest coach 252 is I don't think there are a lot of teams that would pick him up. And like you said, it's not downplaying King at all. This wouldn't be the year, really. I think. I think he's got to come back, man. What's going on, Dale? This guy has like 20 troll accounts set up. Jackson, I'm waiting for Bob 3. We've had Bob 2, and Bob 3. So and Bob 2. So where's Bob 3? Oh man! All right, let's get another caller on the line here. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more calls, guys. Now it's Blackhawks. Oh my goodness gracious! This guy is a huge Coach Coop fan. Man, the amount of work and time put into creating those extra accounts. Bro, hey, I love you too, man. I appreciate it. That's awesome. All right, hold on. Phone line should be back open for real now. So, not really neutral site. You're right. I mean, Atlanta's not that far from Alabama. You're right. Duke is going to make a bowl game out of FSU. Oh, man. He loves it over here, guys. He loves it. All right, here we go. Let's get this caller in here. What's going on? Who we got on the line?
What's up? It's the Dale.
Who do we got?
We got Dale.
Dale. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Not much. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty hyped and excited about this game tomorrow. I'm
same.
I wanted it to be a night game for the Miami Knights 2.0 and all that, but at the end of the day, honestly, I'm kind of happy, low-key, that it's an afternoon game, because these night games are tough on me personally, because I do the live hangout, so it's from like 8 to 12, and then I study some stats and stuff till like 1 or 2. Then I film it. So usually I go to bed at like 6 a.m. on Saturday nights when it's a night game.
Yeah, I feel, man.
Afternoon game, we post up the react video after the stream and everything, and it's like 8 or 9 o'clock. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So how you feeling about this game tomorrow, this matchup? And while I sit here and ban the crazy FSU fan who's made a 5th account. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
That is That is not me by any chance. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, good deal. All right, sorry, go ahead. What were you starting with, feeling about the game tomorrow?
Tomorrow's going to be a barn burner.
Okay.
I look at it and say this. Whoever wins the turnover battle wins this game. North Carolina is going to run more than us. We are going to pass more than them. It all comes down to turnovers.
Yeah, and ball security for us would be huge tomorrow. I haven't really talked about it a whole lot yet, but if we were to have 2, 3, or 4 turnovers, some crazy scenario like that, that gives UNC's offense extra opportunities to put points on the board. And again, 77% of the time in the red zone, they've scored touchdowns. We can't be giving them the ball extra times just to put more points on the board. So, yeah, ball security for us would be huge.
Stopping Sam Howell also will be key. Last year, we had a really hard time stopping him.
Yeah, and he's elusive. I mean, he's faster than you think he would be whenever you watch him on tape.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, you were saying barn burner for tomorrow night. So, what are you thinking score-wise for the matchup?
I said 45-38.
45-38.
And here's the thing. Okay. I get a doubleheader tomorrow because my Dolphins are playing Kansas City. So, that's going to be fun.
Wait, that happens tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Hold on, I believe you, but I'm just pulling up to see the exact time and the station and everything.
Problem is Tennessee plays at 1, too, so they're going to show that game.
Gotcha. Well, it's not pulling it up for me, so.
Yeah.
So 45-38, though, so another high-scoring game, and that's kind of where most of us are hovering around just because of the high-powered offenses going head-to-head, so I could definitely see it.
Carolina's defense is an issue, so I feel like we exploit their defense quite a bit, like Notre Dame did in the second half in the Carolina game 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically in the second half, and I feel like we take control fourth quarter, make this thing like 45-31. They come back, score a late touchdown, but it isn't enough.
I like it. I would prefer, again, a little bit more of a gap in between the scores there as opposed to my 38-35 prediction. I would prefer for it to not come down to like a Mr. Automatic field goal to win the game or anything like that because I don't know if my heart can take it.
Yeah.
All right, Dale.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, that was nice talking to you. We haven't talked a little bit, so yeah, go Canes, go Fins.
Hey, appreciate you calling in, Dale. And I apologize if I seem slightly distracted. I've been just kind of off a little bit for some reason in this stream, fumbling on my words and whatnot. And it doesn't help that this guy's created like 8 different accounts, and I'm having to go through and ban every single one as he pops in the chat. So unfortunately, it's creating a little bit of a distraction because now his newest account was Peanut Butter, and then it was Bob 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know. The guy loves it over here.
It's people are stupid, man. People are stupid.
But all right, man, Dale, I appreciate you calling in. Hopefully we can hang out tomorrow afternoon for the game and just enjoy the heck out of it and get the dub.
I'll be in for it.
All right, I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Go Canes, man. Go Canes.
Yeah, guys, people are saying don't give him attention. I'm not giving him attention, but I do have to make sure that I ban each account that he creates and hops on here. Because if we don't, I can't see any of your messages because so many of them are his. That's the problem. Brian, what's going on, man? Can you see if my BW the account is banned from commenting? I've had to switch to this account. It shouldn't be. I would never ban you, Brian, unless it happened on accident. Let me check. But yeah, there'd be no reason why I would ban any of yours. I might have accidentally banned one of yours if you chatted on it tonight because I was trying to ban the other guy. Let's see. Hold on. BW Feldy. There's Talberdine. Talberdine is banned. Let's see. Boy, the list is really growing here. Now you're in the clear, so I don't know. Maybe it's just some kind of weird issue. Casey, let's get you in here. Yeah, you're not banned or anything. All right, try again, Casey. Phone line is back open. Well, he's an FSU fan. I mean, fair, Greg. What more do I expect? They got nothing else to do, Greg. They got nothing else to do, nothing to talk about. They just had to come troll Miami channels. All right, we'll get one or two more calls, guys, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight. I just ordered the Don't Be a Fan Later shirt in green. Let's keep this going for Coop. Brian, let's go. You're going to love it, man. Like I said, I promise you guys I don't make a bunch of money off those or anything. It's just trying to hook you guys up with some cool game day gear. And the thing is like I said earlier in the stream, I said limited edition, and I said I was taking them down on December 1st. As long as there is one order processing, I literally can't take it down because the company who fulfills the orders has to have the design up on my merch page to print it. They can't just save it somewhere. So as long as there's one processing, I can't pull them down. All right. 808. Is that Casey? Let's get him in. What's going on? Is this Casey?
My man, Coach Coop.
Heck yeah. I'm glad you got in, bro.
Yeah, good shit. Hey, real quick, just wanted to give a shout out to you, man. Being from East Tennessee, obviously it's my first time calling in, but yeah, man, it's super cool. You always put badass content out. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no, I appreciate you and everybody who's stuck around, because to be honest, I'm not looking for a pity party or anything, but this year didn't get to be quite what I wanted it to be because, all the COVID stuff happened, number one, so that just jacked everything up. The whole season got flipped upside down. And then number two, with me getting mono and being sick for like the last 4 months. So I've honestly, I feel like I've maybe been able to give like 30% of what I wanted to put into this season, just being honest with you. So
every day that's 6 feet above ground is a good day, baby.
Yeah, we had to make the best of it, and I still think it's been fun. And a lot of the stuff that I had planned that I didn't get to do this year, we'll just carry over and we'll do it next year, So
that's it. I like the attitude. All right, I got a couple of seconds here. I would just want to give you my score prediction. I got Miami pulling off a victory tomorrow, 35-10.
30. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's going to be close in the first half. I don't think we're going to jump up too much in the first half. They do start pretty dominant, but so can we. But I think we're going to shut them out in the second half. Into the fourth quarter, I don't think we'll let them even touch it. But yeah, man, I just wanted to take a quick second off of work here to call in, get my first time calling. I try it almost every time, but I can never get in. So.
Yeah, I know a lot of people said they've been trying since like last season and haven't been able to get in. So, hey, man, I appreciate it. And of course, a fellow Tennessean, you know what it's like, surrounded by Vol fans. It's tough. I've run into like maybe 2 other Miami fans in East Tennessee, so there's not a whole lot.
Growing up in East Tennessee, I'm from just north of Chattanooga, so Bledsoe County. Yeah, I'm surrounded by Gators fans. My entire family's all Florida Gators fans, and I was the one kid that saw the U and was like, no, that's it. That's it for me.
There you go. I like it, man. All right,
Casey. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you try to get one more guy on here or whatever you guys are up to. I got to get back to work. Make sure you guys go watch the Army game tomorrow if you can. Go Army, beat Navy.
Hey, I appreciate it, and have a good night, Casey.
Thanks, brother.
All right, bye-bye. Man, that's crazy. So we do have people that have been trying to call in for a long time and just have never been able to get through. Gators in Tennessee. Daz, you'd be surprised how many Gator and Alabama fans live in Tennessee. It is insane. There are so many Gator fans in Tennessee. It blows my mind. I'm serious. I'm telling y'all, UNC going to fold early when they see us in all blacked out. They're going to – I like it, Miami boy. That was a genuine laugh from me. Man, the key for me, okay, I think we might close the phone line and we'll probably wrap this thing up because I could just keep rambling on. The key for me in this game, you got to play 4 quarters, right? But in this game, the first and the fourth quarter is going to be huge. We talk about how much UNC is outscoring opponents in the first quarter. Can we keep them under 7 points, under 14 points in the first quarter? Can we do it? Can we match them score for score for anything that they do put up in the first quarter? And then in the fourth quarter, oh my goodness, another troll account. Oh my goodness gracious. In the fourth quarter, can the defense step up and play lights out like they have been the last few weeks? Man, like I said, you got to play all 4 quarters, but the first quarter and fourth quarter is going to be huge in this game. Again, like I said, I do also have a dub. If you're just tuning in, 38-35. I've got kind of a shootout as advertised, as I've said multiple times, but a close victory for the Canes. I'm going to be honest with you. If we had full capacity for fans, this would actually be a little different. I would have us winning by maybe like 14 if that were the case, because Hard Rock would be rocking. Blacked out, Miami Knights 2.0, last game of the season, UNC at 17, all the disrespect and the trash talk, man, it would be crazy. So I would have it being a little bit higher of a score for us going into that game. But it is what it is. We have to make the best of it. As we said, guys, the Georgia Tech game, as we all know now, has been canceled. So this is our last regular season game. I don't expect to replace Georgia Tech with anyone else. Have fun. We've got to have fun tomorrow night and enjoy the moment. I've preached it week in and week out that we don't know which game was going to be our last, and it turns out for the regular season that North Carolina is going to be how we end it. Let's end it with a dub. Let's end it having fun and enjoying ourselves as fans. Thank you so flipping much tonight, Joshua Sparling, with the $35 sitting atop his throne. But we had donos from Corey Gray, DJ. DJ, did I thank you for the $1.99? I might have missed it. If I did, I'm so sorry, man. Thank you for that. Disturbed Villain coming through with the Big 10. And then John Bird and Michael Bird. Thank you guys so flipping much. We also hit 14,500 subscribers tonight. Another milestone. That's big time. Get ready, guys. 3:30. I'll have links if you need it. Man, I'm so flipping hyped and pumped for this game. We'll try to do the heart monitor tomorrow. So you'll actually be able to see my live heart rate on the screen. I have a chest strap that I wear, and it tracks my heart rate, shows it on screen so we can ride the highs and the lows, whatever happens, all the crazy stuff. I'll get that siren lubed up and ready for that shootout. All right? Thank you guys, like I said, for all the support. I don't have anything like super different or special for us to do, but I mean, beat UNC is fitting, right? As long as it's in all caps, because you know around here, it doesn't count unless it's in all caps with that, right? Give me some beat UNC, and let's take care of business tomorrow night. All right, guys? Go Canes. I'll see you tomorrow night.